This time we're joined by the representatives from the Georgia State Panthers. We have head coach Ron Hunter, number 1 Jeremy Hollowell, and number 15 DeMarcus Simons. Coach Hunter, if you could please start with a brief opening statement.
I was really impressed with our defense again. I mean, that's what's carried us all year. We've been letting teams shoot about 40% for the year. It's one of the best actually in the country, and we're a little unorthodox how we play, but I thought our defense was really good. Again, you hold them to 38% shooting. These two guys here, we go as they go, and these guys I thought were studs, and I thought Isaiah Williams was really good. He hadn't played in 5 or 6 games. Decided to start him today, and I thought he did a nice job in the second half and coming off the bench. But good win for our team. We've got a few hours to recover and get ready for tomorrow.
Thanks, Coach. This time we'll take questions for the student athletes only. Once again, please wait for a microphone and identify yourself by name and media outlet. We're going to start on the left side.
Rashad Milligan of The Signal. Jeremy, you have 14 rebounds tonight. Where do you think the 14 rebounds came from? Were you just in the right spots tonight? Were you just stepping up for Willie, or what was it?
I just got to do the little things, man. I'm a senior. I just want to go out and give everything I can and just focus on doing the little things to help the team win at the end of the day.
To the front.
In that same vein, I know I believe they were anyway, second in rebound margin. Was there anything you guys did strategically, or send 5 guys or whatever, because y'all beat them pretty bad on the boards is my point. What was the key to your rebounding performance today?
You just got to want it, man. I mean, I'm a senior. This is my last ride. I just got to go out and give it my all. And like I said, just do the little things, whatever I can, let the game come to me, and focus on doing the little things to help my team.
DeMarcus, anything to add on that, on why the rebounding margin was what it was?
Coach Hunter put a lot of emphasis on the rebounding. Bryce Washington, he averages a double-double. He's one of the better rebounders in the country. So if we can limit them and win on the boards, then we have a much better chance of winning. So we just wanted to really emphasize that, and I think we did well.
Again, on the left side.
DeMarcus, this was your first postseason game in college. How did it feel?
I mean, it felt great. I was a little shaky at first, shaky throughout the game, honestly, but I felt like this is a good experience for me, and I'll be better moving on. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Back to Daryl in the front.
One thing I noticed, they made some runs. They were a pretty game team, but you guys seem to respond with a big shot every time they hit a big 3 or made a big 3-point play, and you were principal in that. I thought you had some nice pull-up jumpers and stuff. Every time they did something, you answered. Was it just about, well, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but what was the key to that, to the way you guys answered them?
The way I look at it, basketball is a game of runs. Everyone's going to make a run, especially a good team. They got great players on their team. Jay Wright played well, so when they're making a run, we just got to execute better, and I felt like we did that. I made a couple jumpers. Yerm hit a couple big jumpers, so I think we just executed well. We did what Coach told us to do, and everything worked out fine.
Thank you very much, guys. You can head back to the locker room. Players, we'll open it up to questions for Coach Hunter at this time. We'll start with Daryl in the front.
Coach, when they went to the 1-3-1 half court, it seemed to kind of bring them back in the game. What adjustments did you guys make?
Well, I thought early we just kind of got stagnant a little bit, and they went actually from the press right into the zone, and so it slowed us down. We got, I think, a 13-point lead. They changed it to the zone, and we just got we took 2 quicker shots. So during that timeout, we just talked about let's get more ball movement. We've seen that zone before, and so I thought once we kind of got settled, we were able to kind of move it around, and I think Isaiah Williams hit a nice shot, and it just opened it up for us. But I thought we were just taking 2 quicker shots versus the zone early.
We're going to go all the way to the left now, Coach.
Coach, there were a total of 4 technical fouls on both teams tonight. Louisiana had 29 personal fouls. Was it frustrating at any point tonight of?
Yeah, it's since I've been in the Sun Belt. I mean, Georgia State and Lafayette. We always seem to play in the postseason. So we've kind of got a little rivalry going a little bit, and that's okay. That's good for the league. Again, I said if we play the first round, we got a bye, and our first game was against a team that won 21 games, and we're just 2 seed, and it just shows you how deep our league is. But whenever we play these games, it's going to be that way. Our guys get fired up. I'll be honest with you, we the entire week we practiced for Lafayette. I don't know what would have happened if we played Little Rock. The entire week, all we talked about, we had Little Rock, we had Lafayette stuff absolutely everywhere. Our kids wanted to play this game.
We're going to go to the right side.
Coach Tim Buckley with the Advertising Lafayette. How much was the intensity that your kids played with, especially early on, responsible for the separation?
Well, I thought our intensity was great. Again, I think because of who we play. I mean, again, not to disrespect any other teams, but because we knew we were playing Lafayette all week, even in practice, we were chippy in practice. We had some guys going at each other. We wanted to play this game. And again, for as a coach, that makes it's a lot easier for me. There were no rah-rah speeches. There were no let's go do this, let's do that. I said about 8 words. These guys, they were ready to play. They were ready to play yesterday. And again, that's the respect we have for Lafayette. Because again, they've kind of bring that out of us.
Any additional questions for Coach? Back to Darryl in the front.
Sure.
Coach, when you guys went on that 21-6 run, I don't know if you can call it a run, but y'all outscored them 21-6. What do you felt was the key in that?
Well, I was worried early in the game that we would that the nerves. A lot of guys, DeMarcus's first time playing, and so I was worried about our nerves, and it really showed. We missed some layups, we missed some easy shots early, and so I knew once we got a run, and you can see the bench exploded, and so we all kind of got in. We needed that. It was almost to say, okay, we're in postseason play now. We've been sitting around a hotel all week watching games, and I thought our kids, even in shoot around today, I've never seen them in shoot around sweat that much. I mean, we had to calm them down. They were just really amped up to play. So now I think we can just go play. But that first 5 minutes, we were a little amped up. So that run helped us. It kind of got us to postseason play. It was like welcome to postseason. That's what I said when he called the timeout. I told our guys, I said, welcome to postseason. We're here now. Let's go.
We have time for one more in the second row.
Coach, David Shealy, Primetime Sports. Willie Clayton's always been an emotional guy, especially on the sideline. When he got the tech, what did you say to him?
Well, I told the guys at halftime that what was going to happen is that when they got a technical, when the bench got a technical foul, officials are notorious for evening it up. So don't say anything. We knew. I said it at halftime. I said it 10 times at halftime. Willie was actually even sitting in the wrong seat, and really, he just screamed, call a foul, again, and he didn't swear or anything like that. But we knew that was coming, and that's what we told Willie. That was, But again, that's part of the rivalry. That's part of the, the thing. And actually, I thought it helped us when the first play when they had it on the hard foul. They were trying to send us a message, and we told our kids they were trying to send a message. So let's respond to the message. So we knew it was going to be a physical game and show with all the fouls played.
Well, we're certainly proud of our team. Today wasn't one of our best efforts. We didn't shoot the ball well, and defense wasn't good. Georgia State played well. Give them credit. They were a better team today. But I'm super proud of our guys. We fought. We came back and had 2 possessions, I think 2 shots to 3-pointers that would have got it to a 2-possession game, probably from the 6-minute mark till the end, and missed those 2. And it seemed like when we couldn't make a 3 today, we really struggled, and they made, when they needed to make a big one, they made it. So it was just one of those days, and they were the better team today.
Thanks, Coach. This time we'll go to questions for the student athletes only. Once again, wait for the microphone and identify yourself by name and media outlet. We'll start here on the right side.
Tim Buckley from the Advertiser. Bryce, they got you guys by 13 on the boards. How much of a difference maker was that, and what do you think was the key to all that?
That was a major impact on the game. They out-rebounded us on the offensive end about 1. I rebounded us defensive. So, I mean, for me to play 35 minutes and get 3 total rebounds, I mean, that's unacceptable, especially how I've been rebounding the ball well this year. I mean, I got my hands on a couple of them, but, it just wasn't really going my way today. But that's one stat that shouldn't happen, is getting out-rebounded. So.
We'll move here to the front.
Darryl Williams, New Orleans Advocate. Jay, what made it so tough for you guys, such a tough shooting night tonight? What did they do defense? Did they do anything differently from the past, or what made it tough for you guys to you shot 24-63?
They didn't do nothing differently. Some nights, we knock them down, and tonight we just didn't. It didn't happen. So I mean, can't control it.
Back to the back middle of the TV camera.
Travis Webb with KATC. Jay, it seemed like, Coach mentioned you got those 2 big 3-pointers. You hit a long one. It seemed like kind of shades of last week against Texas State. You never could really get over the hump. What did Georgia State do that really kind of didn't allow you guys to make a run late?
Like Coach Marlin said, I mean, things wasn't falling like it usually is. You live by it, you die by it. And, I mean, Georgia State, I mean, the zone is capable of being beat, I mean, but we didn't do it tonight, so.
Going over to the back right now.
Jay, Colin Kushner, KLAF News in Lafayette. For you guys, first half, you guys were up 12-8, and then Georgia State kind of came out swinging. Can you kind of take me through that first half?
We had some emotional energy, and we was ready, you know, but they got their run, and we couldn't get the stops that we needed. And, I mean, we came out the second half trying to fight, and the threes didn't fall like they usually are, so you just got to keep your head up and keep fighting. See what happens.
Back to Travis in the middle.
Bryce, for you guys, Coach Hunter before mentioned how excited the team was for this game. Obviously, you are too, with kind of a rivalry with this. How much did the physicality kind of play a part in this game?
It was a real physical game. I mean, the rivalry it goes deeper than just basketball, honestly. And I mean, the physicality. You know, those guys, you know, big, they hold a lot, but I mean, they get away with it. The rest wasn't really calling no fouls under the basket. I mean, I thought Jay got fouled a couple times. John just stove. You know, me going offensive rebound. I mean, my jersey's actually ripped, but I mean, you really can't control that. I mean, I don't really complain about it, but I mean, that's just basketball, and that's one thing I don't do is complain. But I mean, they got away with a lot of calls tonight.
We have time for one more for the student athletes if we have it. Tim, did you?
And Bryce, just how frustrating late when it seemed like every time you guys managed to hit a three that they had an answer for it.
I mean, they hit big shots. I mean, Hollowell stepped up big. You know, he hit that 1-3 that was, you know, we got it down to 4. Hit that 1-3, got it back to 7. I mean, I think that was really the explanation point on the game. But, you know, we just kept fighting. You know, I think we disrupted them a little bit with our zone. But, you know, it's real frustrating just because, you know, we play the game the right way. We work hard. You know, we do everything Coach Marlin says. You know, just not to come out with the victory, I mean, it hurts.
Thank you very much, guys. Student athletes can head back to the locker room now. We'll go ahead with questions for Coach Marlin. Back to Tim on the right.
Coach, there were a lot of whistles early. How much, if at all, did that prevent you guys just kind of getting into a rhythm on offense?
It started a lot of touch fouls. I thought Justin Miller, we had some good position bodies. For them, too. I thought there were a couple of probably no calls that were called, so it became tight, and then it got physical after that. So it affected us a little bit, but no excuses there, you know. I mean, I was disappointed, and I shouldn't have got a technical foul for being out of the coach's box against Georgia State, but I was.
How much was all the intensity and the talking and everything just reflective of what you guys have as a rivalry, I guess you can say?
Well, they've got a good team. They were about to give us an opportunity to get back in, and again, we were one basket away from making it really interesting, and our guys fought. I'm proud of that. Had a chance, just like we did at Georgia State, but they shot the ball better. They rebounded the ball better than us, and they've got several seniors, and we have one, and you could tell the difference in maturity, I felt like, at times, in physicality once the game did become strong underneath, and they let some things go. They were able to finish some baskets, and we weren't.
We're going to stay on the right side, right behind Tim.
Kevin Foote, Daily Advertiser. Coach, is this, when you play this team, are you more worried about focusing on the rivalry and your players not doing the basketball things because you can get caught up in the physicality and the rivalry and the chippiness in a game like that?
We just have to focus on basketball and play better. I mean, we didn't play good at that's what I told our team. They had 4 guys, starters in double figures, and we had 3. We had 2 guys that didn't score for us that normally do, and it hurt us. So we've got to play better. We're focusing on the basketball. I don't think there's any don't know the right word, between the 2 programs. I mean, we just compete. I don't think they like us very much, but you know, and I don't like their players talking. I got upset about that during and after the game, but it's just a good basketball game. We'll see how they play tomorrow. You know, they play well against us. We'll see what they do tomorrow.
To the middle and the back.
Coach, with the rebounding margin, what can you kind of maybe pinpoint to that, because you guys have been dominant on the glass really all year?
Well, just energy. And again, Travis, you look at those guys. I mean, Clayton's a fifth-year senior. He banked in another free throw against us today. He's pretty good at that. But they're big. Hollowell's big. They're bigger. They're taller than we are. And we played small a lot. I thought Jarikas came in and battled, did some good things for us. But they were just bigger than us up front, and I think that's part of the reason they were determined to get on the glass. We've really hurt them in the past, offensive rebounding against their zone. And today we had one rebound at halftime, and it was Justin Miller, one offensive rebound. It was the first possession of the game. So, you know, give them credit. They were active on the glass today.
Going to the front right here.
Darrell Williams, New Orleans Advocate, Coach. You guys went with the 1-3-1 zone that proved pretty effective. That brought you back into the game. What adjustment did they make, or what did how were they able to respond after you guys cut it down to striking distance? Well,
we changed defenses a couple times, and I felt like early in the second half we played 2-3, and then we played 1-3-1, and we pressed a little bit. We got a turnover the first time we pressed, and we almost got a couple more. We were right there. And even when we got a steal or run outs, like when Jay came down one time, he throws it to PJ, and PJ stopped running, and it just wasn't our day on some passes. But they made big shots. It took them a minute, but then Dennis hit a big shot. He drove it. Isaiah Williams hit a couple of big threes for him, and it seemed like every time they shot a three, I felt like it was going in, and we shot one, I felt like it was going long. And that's kind of the way it turned out.
Well, maybe you just answered that, but I was going to ask, what was the reason they were able to shoot so well from the field? They've
shot it good against us every time. We gave them 62% the first game, 52% the second game, and 49 tonight. So tonight was our best defensive effort against these guys. But they can shoot the cover off the ball when they get going, and they were able to do that tonight. You know, they made 5 threes. They were able to drive the ball and finish. So, again, give them credit. They were the better team today.
Go to Travis in the back.
Coach, I know Jay really wanted to try to make a run towards the tournament. Just his effort tonight, and kind of how disappointed are you for him that, you know, he's really been the heart and soul of this team for a couple of years now?
Just really proud of him, Travis, and what he's done. And in the locker room after I addressed the team, he addressed the team, and he said that, you know, I appreciate the opportunity to be a Raging Cajun. And I love all you guys. You've got bright futures. You need to continue to compete and play hard, and that's the kind of person he is. And I told him we're thankful that he's a Raging Cajun too, because he represents what we're all about. And never say die attitude. He just plays so hard, and proud that he got Defensive Player of the Year. He's had a tremendous career for us in 3 years, and we're going to miss him a lot.
We have time for one more question.
Just what are your thoughts on 21 wins and the possibility of getting this team another game or more?
Yeah, hopefully something will happen, Tim. I know I signed off on the NIT package last week. I don't know that that'll happen, but there could be some other opportunities for us. I'll discuss it with our athletic director and president. We'll see, you know, what the future holds for us. I'm really proud of this group. You know, we started off 0-2. We finished 8-7 on the road after starting 0-2 to set the best first winning road record we've had since '99, 2000, and then, you know, won 8 in a row, the best non-conference record we've had in 26 years. We've won 7 games in a row coming in here. We just picked a bad time to have a bad one. And I told the players that, you know, it's always a sudden ending in our sport. One team gets to cut down the nets, and it strikes you quick and kind of takes the wind out of your sail. But I'm really proud of this group, and hopefully, you know, 21 wins is in this conference this year, where some of these other teams had different schedules than we had too, that affected our seeding. I'm really proud of our group and looking forward to next season.
Thank you very much, Coach.